right? It's nice, right? And today we're going to be talking about the type of guy you should avoid. Okay, this question was asked by one of our fellow Patreon supporter, which you could become a Patreon supporter right here. Join the tiers, and you can, not the tiers, but the tiers, and you could ask me a question for $20 a month. You could ask me a question, and I'll make a video about it, just like this video. And I post content that I don't post on YouTube. It's almost like the second channel. As you can see, those are the content that I post there that I don't post on YouTube. And the girl asked me, what's the type of guy that I should avoid? I talked about narcissists. I talk about guys who hurt you. What's another type of guy that you should avoid? This one type of guy is the kind of guy where by just looking at him, you'll believe anything he says. Look, let me tell you where this topic came from, right? It came from a Patreon supporter, but then I got reminded that I had to make this video because I was at this Italian restaurant in Mexico, and there was this chihuahua, this little asshole looking chihuahua, and he started barking at people randomly. And the owner was like, "Oh, don't worry, he's just he's just being a dog." She found it cute, and people who was getting barked at by this little devil, they were like, "Oh, how cute it is." Okay, and then I started Googling. I'm like, "Yo, why are these chihuahuas aggressive?" Because they were barking at every person that was walking by. Why are they so aggressive? And I went to Google, and I was expecting that it said that they're just designed that way. But you know what it said? It said that the reason why they're aggressive is not because of their biology, it's because of their owner. If the dog was bigger and more threatening, that dog wouldn't get away with that. If that dog was like a pit bull, they wouldn't let that dog get away with it, because of what the dog did was he was on the leash and he would literally try to get off of the leash to attack the person, right? So what I learned is that the chihuahuas are aggressive, not because of their nature, but because the people let him be like that because it's not threatening. So it develops bad habits. So how does this relate to this topic? First of all, when you're talking to a guy, this is what you call the cuteness bias. I call it cuteness bias. When something's so cute, you let it get away with shit. There's even been studies that show that good-looking people are more believable than people who are ugly. Good-looking people get hired more often. Good-looking people have this halo effect. Why do we get treated that way? I don't know why, but that's the point, is that there's a cute bias in human nature. So look what I said. I wrote some notes. I was like, don't let cuteness be spoiled. When something's good looking, you spoil it. Don't let a chihuahua get away with things. Because if it was a big dog, you wouldn't let it get away with it. It'll grow up to be aggressive. Let a cute kid charm you into not punishing him, and he'll grow up to be a little Cartman. Don't let a cute partner charm you into playing you. Sometimes cuteness could just be a good dick. Sometimes cuteness could be a good-looking guy. Sometimes cuteness could be a charismatic guy. The point is that you're so enamored by how he looks, his charm, his swag, that you have a hard time seeing past what you're looking at with your eye. So anytime you meet a good-looking guy and you find him really attractive, as an exercise in rationality, take a step back. Take a step back. Breathe a little bit and see whether or not you have confirmation bias. See whether or not you're exerting this halo effect. What's a halo effect? When somebody's good looking, you automatically assume that they're responsible, that they're honest. In fact, this happens to me often. If I'm banging a girl that I don't find attractive, I will never go raw with that girl. Never. But if she's really attractive, for some reason I'm more willing. I don't do it. Okay, look, man. I don't do it often, right? But you do have your slip-ups, especially when you drink. But always get tested once every 2 months, people, okay? Always get tested. Get tested, right? But when they're good looking, it's almost like I assume she doesn't have that much. She doesn't have anything because she's so good looking. It's almost like you assume that because she's so good looking, she wouldn't have that. There's even been studies where some people go on Tinder and they have the profile of a good looking guy and the profile of an ugly looking motherfucker. And they say, and the good looking guy says, "Baby, I want to rape that puss," right? And you know what the women respond with? They're like, "Oh, stop being, oh, you're just so silly. We should hang out sometimes." But with the same guy with a different profile, with some ugly ass dude looking like a gorilla looking, he sent that same text, banned from Tinder. Banned. What does that mean? There's a beauty bias. There's a good looking bias where you would trust good looking people a lot more. So with those good looking guys, beware of good looking guys, because we will play you. Father Alex, are you saying you're good looking? You know what I'm saying, Melissa. All right. So just as a way to become more rational, when you see somebody that you like a lot and that you like how they look, ask yourself, am I being biased? Am I giving him attributes that he never proved that he has? Am I treating him differently? And if he is, take a step back. Use the texting habit that I teach you a lot. First text of the day, take 2 to 3 hours to respond. After that, go back and forth with him, taking 5 to 20 minutes, responding 3 times. And after the 3rd time, go back to responding 1 or 2 hours later. And always have a valid excuse whenever you take more than 3 hours to respond. Say my work, sorry, I was busy with work. I was busy with my personal trainer named Tyrone. My fault, I was just busy. Because then, if you take too long, he might think it's a game. But if you give him an excuse, he'll realize that you were just busy. So just be careful, ladies. Become more rational. Don't let anybody get away with shit. Know where you find disrespect and stay with those standards no matter how much you like the guy. I don't care how good looking he is. I don't care how good that dick is. Take a step back, see if he broke the rules, and punish him according to your standards. And remember, always create those standards before you meet somebody you like. Because if you create those standards while you're seeing somebody that you love, the standards are not going to be right, because it's almost like shopping when you're hungry. You're going to take everything. So it's almost like creating standards for a guy that you don't want to leave. Those standards are going to be pretty shitty. Right? So think back in your life. What were the things that guys did that you let them get away with because they were good looking? What did you let us, a good looking guy, get away with? Write down appropriate consequences for it and keep to those consequences. For example, for me, if you take a day to respond to me, I'll take a day to respond to you. If you cancel the first date twice in a row, the first date, we're not going out no more. If after 3 dates I don't get that pum, Father Alex is not gonna see you no more after 3 dates, right? Have some things that no matter what your emotions say, that you're gonna follow those rules. And that's how you stay rational, and that's how you make sure that if somebody disrespects you, you don't look at your emotions to see how you're gonna react. You look at a book that you've written and say, okay, Tyrone did that, I gotta pull away. Tyrone did that, I gotta send this text. So that you don't have emotions behind it. And your emotions will say, but this is the only time, he likes you. Remember when he said that? So this is just an excuse. Shut the fuck up, Melissa. And then Melissa, okay, follow that rule so that you don't get played. And if you don't follow that rule, just say to yourself, okay, and then Melissa, I'm getting played right now. I know I'm breaking the rules, so I'm gonna get played. Be conscious of it. Don't lie to yourself. Okay? Say to yourself, I'm making an exception because he's good looking or because he has good dick. And be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. That's all. Okay? All right, ladies, that's the kind of guy that beware of those guys, because we will play you. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay toxic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have 2 nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get out. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine
is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women of power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you can pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.